Welcome back, everyone. This is Unit 3, Idea to Concept, moving on from Unit 1 and Unit 2. This week's overview is to look at the idea to concept. We're going to focus on two main things: 3.1 Introduction and 3.2 Technical Drawings. The learning objective for this week will be to understand the idea to concept, explore different technical drawings. Let's get straight into it. When you get an idea of something you'd like to make, what is the first thing you do? There are different things people do. People think about the idea. People talk about the idea with others. People draw a picture of the idea or even write down the idea. People make their ideas better until they're happy. And lastly, build or print the design. Have a look at these two pictures here. The one on the left is a sketch ideas with changes, and the one on the right is the final product. If you look carefully at the pictures at the top of this image and compare it to the pictures at the bottom of the image, you can see the differences. This one here has completely changed to make it look like this, and the other one has also completely changed. Same thing for the third one, and same for the fourth. Which leads you on to creating a final product using some sort of 3D software that gives you the final look as seen on the right. Sketching is a great way to look quickly at your ideas before thinking about the size and shape. It's really important to make sure that your sketch is looking great, then move on to focus on size and shape. You can sketch and work out many different ideas. You can draw different versions of ideas. The word versions just means that you can have different types of designs where you can choose the best one out of them. Versions could be same as samples. I can have version 1, sample 1, version 2, sample 2. Same exact meaning. Working through your ideas on paper will save you so much time before you can move on to the next step. Product designers spend a lot of time sketching. Sketching itself takes time, and you have to make sure you do a great job at sketching for the designers. If you're going to design a sports shoe, a piece of furniture, a bike, or other ideas, it is not a good idea to start it on a computer. You have to make sure you go straight head on paper, pencil, and rulers. The larger the project is, the more sketching a designer will do until all the pieces are clear. Of course, the bigger the project is, the more sketches it needs, the more detail it needs. You need to make sure you have all the pieces in place. When you are designing or sketching, you start off with your 2D designs. The designer will think about the problem, then they can draw possible other solutions, which will then enable them to redraw the ideas until they're happy with the result. As an engineer, they follow steps when it comes to drawings. Now, engineers' piece of drawings are more complex than just a basic drawing. The engineer sketches the original concepts and works towards the more detailed technical drawings. These detailed drawings provide an exact and complete description of the things that will be manufactured. So of course, as an engineer, their drawings are more detailed and have all the measurements in place to be then able to take it to a manufacturer to build it. Looking back at last week's lesson, we focused on design thinking process. If you remember the 5 steps of the design thinking process, you'll be able to accomplish this Unit 3 easily. The design thinking process were emphasize, define, ideate, prototype, and testing. Now this process works for all designers, whether you're designing a car, fashion, spaceship, chocolate wrapper, or even a toy. Because sketching is very fast, a designer can quickly explore ideas. They can try different solutions and then look at the best idea to solve the problem. And always the best thing to do is to put your idea quickly on paper before you forget it. You can then move on to the next step. It's important to keep all of your ideas in a journal or a folder where you can then later on reference back to it to understand the things that you did well and the things that you did wrong. As we've mentioned before, there is something called folio. A folio, as I said, is a pamphlet where you keep all the notes that you've done or even undergone during your design stages. Now, it shows you the design process that you've made. This image here shows idea changes during the sketch process and prototype. We're now going to focus on 3 main stages in the technical drawing. Let's start off with the first one, technical sketches. As an engineer, technical sketches are just simple sketches that are used with your free hand. All necessary dimensions are included on the sketches as well as multiple views of the object, whether you are seeing the object as a front view, back view, or the side view. These sketches assist the engineer to later on prepare a detailed drawing. The sketches help to transfer useful information. The second step of the technical draw, or the second stage of the technical drawing, is the technical hand drafts. As it says in the name, hand drafts are done by hand. Same thing for the previous one, technical sketches. But unlike the sketches, hand drafts are drawn following rules and guidelines for the engineering stage. Hand drafts can save time and effort needed to draw accurate engineering drawings. These drawings can then be submitted to somebody called a draftsman who can transfer them into more accurate drawings. Which leads us to the next stage, technical detail drawing. As the name says, detailed drawings is where things become more complex. They enable a workshop to produce the desired item. Once you have drawn your detailed drawings, it's ready to be made. Sometimes sectional views are needed to show hidden details that are not easily seen in the external view. The scale used for the detailed drawings should be appropriate. I'd like you to watch a video which will focus on drawing a one-point perspective 3D block letters. Please watch the video with me. And that concludes this week's lesson. I'd like to give you an advice. Please make sure that you complete all the given worksheets in order to get your marks. Thank you very much for watching, and please make sure you subscribe, like and share. Have a good day. Bye bye.